Hello. Welcome back to another episode.
Coffee with Cody and Cayt.
Coffee and Convo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another episode.
If you haven't been around yet, we are doing just a weekly kind of candid conversation.
This one's truly candid.
This one is truly candid.
We don't know what we're going to talk about yet.
I kind of have an idea. He had an idea. They were not the same idea, so we're just going to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But that's basically what this is, so thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We're excited to hang out for about 20 minutes.
Start my timer.
Yeah.
We did mention maybe talking about the race or the century.
The race the new race.
Yeah, the 100K.
Yeah, there's been a new decision. Mm-hmm. We talked about the original plan, which the Century Ride, that's still happening. Nothing has changed there. So we don't need to talk about that much, I guess. But we also mentioned that, so the Century Ride is going to be July 31st. And Cody had picked a race prior to figuring out the Century Ride, which we're doing, it's not a race, it's not organized. We're just doing it. And we picked that day to line up for my 30th birthday. So that obviously can't change the date. But he had a race that was going to be July 25th.
Yeah.
And that was going to be a, what's it?
Last man
standing. Backyard
ultra, last man standing.
Yeah. Yep. 3-mile loop. So probably about 100 miles or maybe, so. Yeah. And then in a week, do the 100-mile ride. Uh-huh. But, okay, he changed his plans.
Yeah, so going to do the Rabbid Raccoon 100K it's near Beaver Falls, PA. 100 kilometers, so 62 miles.
Which is near home.
Yep, near home. 35, 40 minutes from home. And going to do it because it's a Western States endurance run qualifier. If you don't know what Western States is this prestigious, probably the number one ultra in the U.S. It's out in California, 100-miler through, ends in Auburn, California. And if I complete the 100K in, I think it's 22 hours, the cutoff, that I will be entered. I can enter into the lottery, which it's like one name in a sea full of people that are trying to get into Western States. And, the more you enter your name into the lottery, the better chance you have over the years. So people will sometimes end up waiting years for it. But my idea was to eventually do it someday. So I wanted to at least start with my name in the lottery now.
Yep.
So
start putting your name in.
Yep. So that's the idea.
Yeah. So that worked out really well with being able to go home, it being a qualifier. It's
a looped race, 5 loops. So
yeah, like a 13-mile loop. So really easy for, aid points.
Logistically easier.
Yeah.
They get to see me more because I keep coming back.
And not drive. The 100-mile race he did last year, you're, starting together at mile 0 and then just driving down. Mm-hmm. And that just adds more logistics.
Yeah.
So this will be
point-to-point race. This is a looped race. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's the plan. It's May 30th, so it's a little bit sooner. But I'm fit enough right now to kind of go into a 12, 13-week train up and build up to it.
Yeah, training never stops, so it's kind of just a continuation now and then pick up.
Yeah, 62 miles. 62 miles in 22 hours is not hard.
No.
So.
Yeah, for reference, you did the 50-mile 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Almost a year and a half, 2 summers ago.
9 hours.
Yeah. So it's only 12 more miles.
Yeah. 12 more miles and I have 12 hours to do it.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a little more elevation, but it's nothing crazy like out west. So.
And it won't be the 90
hot.
degree.
Yeah. It won't be super hot. So.
Could be, but.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We could talk about our differences with performance.
Training. Yeah.
Or training, but.
Yeah. I guess what attracts, you to certain things, what attracts me to certain things, like this 100K is probably where I was kind of going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always talk about how it's so funny that, like, with the 100-mile ride, I chose this for my 30th year thing, but for fun. It was genuinely because we picked this fun route through Florida. We're going to ride along the beach, the coastal towns.
Yep.
Maybe stop some. Like, we have some ideas of
Definitely
what we'll
stop
see along the way.
Yeah.
But super easy. I mean, we'll have a vest on, but we'll be able to stop. In my mind, I'm like, oh, we'll stop at coffee shops. Probably not. I don't know how much we'll want to just, like, drink coffee, but the idea of seeing cute towns and stopping wherever we want to refill our water or grab snacks, and, like, the whole process and the journey of what we'll see along the way. And then we started talking about, like, what do we want our pace to be, and what are we shooting for? And I literally could give a hoot. I don't care. Obviously, like, there's a little bit of, I don't want to be a snail, and I want to feel challenged, but that is not the fulfilling side to me. It's, what are we going to see along the way? What are we going to talk about along the way? I also don't know if I'd really want to, I said it at first as if, like, I'll do it, and didn't ask him to do it with me, but I'm not surprised that he is going to do it with me. And that's way more enjoyable, too. Like, I don't know if I would have actually wanted to follow through with it by myself and been like, all right, I'll see you in 100 miles. I'm going to go through these cute towns by myself.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a social part, I don't need a whole group to do it with me. I don't mind doing some training on my own, but working towards something that is a big milestone, the performance side of it, it doesn't really do much for me. And we are pretty different in that. And just in general, I think my view is maybe resonates with a lot of the women I work with. But yeah, in terms of the performance world, I'm not very similar to what people are pursuing.
Yeah. We've talked about the competence. This is really a question of, like, competence versus autonomy, because the autonomy is all about just the experience
and choosing the route.
Experiential, yeah. It's all about, like,
choosing when we start, choosing when we stop.
Yeah, to feel, to experience, to, like, be immersed in the activity, you know, and then the environment in which the activity takes place. You know, maybe it was something else other than a bike you wouldn't be as thrilled about, but you like bike riding, you know. And it's where it happens. It's, you know, what you see, what you experience. So it really is, there's nothing outside of, like, the moment of doing the bike while in a place and, like, experiencing that. That's kind of, like, what is most important to you. But
there's an element of, you know, you'll be able to look back and tell people you did this, and they'll, you know, it's a hard thing that people, it's admirable, and the training that leads up to it, and something I think more in retrospect I'll look back, and that's the same with the races that we have done together. Looking back, it's so cool because you've done it, no one can take that away, like, you can't undo the work that you did and the accomplishment. But that was never the reason that I did it either. It's just cool now to be able to stack things that in the future you'll be able to look back and say you did it while you were able.
Yep.
And you have a capable body.
Yep. And then on the other side, competence, this is where the performance side comes in. This performance is linked to, you know, you performing better or worse is linked to you being able to better control the outcome that you want. So competence comes down to being able to better control outcomes. So if you wanted to, say, ride a century in 10 hours, you know, the training is supposed to help you build competence. Competence is your mastery of the thing, and that's the sole purpose, is for you to gain better control over that outcome, which is finishing that century in under 10 hours or 8 hours or 7 hours or whatever it is. or as fast as possible. So that's typically more of my focus, is that those are the things I care about, are being able to control outcomes of different races, lifts, all of that stuff. Yeah. So I usually tell people that Cayt and I are both pilots and we're both flying, you know, but Cayt is more of like, she's more of a fan of, you know, a single engine, single propeller like Cessna at a local airport, where she takes off and she's up in the air and she's flying and she's just kind of taking it all in, not too concerned about how fast she's going, not too concerned about doing barrel rolls or, you know, any sort of like aero techniques or tricks or
Definitely
anything like
not.
that. But she's content to just fly and take in the views, you know, to be you know, up in the sky and see, you know, all of the land and all of the earth, all of God's creation out in front of her. And she's just enjoying that thing at that moment and not too concerned about all of those other factors, where I'm more of like a test pilot, where, you know, I'm testing out this experimental jet or something and you know, I'm trying to break, you know, I don't even know what's a good number, 2 times the sound barrier or 3 times the sound barrier or whatever, and you know, the whole ship is shaking and
Plane.
yeah, airplane.
Ship.
Yeah.
I see.
The whole thing is shaking, and, you know, alarms may be going off and you're like so, you know, slow down. That's what I enjoy, is the you know, the ship is about to break apart, and that's kind of the whole reason to do ultras, is I'm trying to see how far I can push before the whole plane
For your body.
breaks apart. I want to know where the point is, where that thing
Yeah.
will break apart.
Yeah, you like to know the breaking point.
Know where the limit is, and then you just train and you try to push the limit a little bit further.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. It's fun that we're, you know, interested in the same.
But we're both pilots.
Yeah. It's
Both involved in fitness. And, you know, we both do squats.
Just very different viewpoints.
Yeah, we both do squats. We both do.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the same activities, you know. You and I, like, both being pilots, we both know about lift and thrust and like all of the kind of some of the more technical parts of flying, but like our goals in flying are very different.
And what gets us up in the morning.
Yeah, is flying.
What gets us excited about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I guess a good point too, that this doesn't have to be fit in a box. We talked about this with motivation, but you know, not comparing motivations. It's who you are. It's what excites you and gets you motivated, and that's good. You just need to know yourself and need to know what that is. And then same with this. I don't really know where I'm going with it, but the idea of just, there is no right or wrong, basically.
It just has to mean something to you.
Yeah, the pursuit can look different for all of us, and it can be the same, maybe a different outcome per se, but like the same, working towards the same things, but yeah, just leaning into what part of it matters to you. And
yeah, I think why people do it is going to be vastly different. You know, the meaning, what if we both do a squat, you know, why we do that squat is going to be vastly different from one person to the next. And there's going to be like just a slew of different reasons. From someone wants to break the world record in a squat. Someone might be doing a squat because they want to be strong enough to have a long life and have longevity, and they just want to take care of themselves. Someone might be doing a squat because they're a downhill skier. They don't necessarily care about a squat, but it is performance related in that they want to be able to perform their hobby well. So there's some sort of like secondary reason for doing the squat. There's nothing really about the squat that they're kind of agnostic about the exercise itself. So I think there's everything in between, from the squat being the main thing to the squat just being a part of life to the squat being something that will help them with something else. And there's just on the spectrum of why you do this thing, there's so many situations in between there that people can latch on to as to why they're doing it.
Yeah. I think I just meant that there have been times before that I would think that, like I have to care about performance because it seems like, why else would you do it?
Right.
Or just, living with you and seeing the way you approach things and sometimes feeling like, why don't I care about this? Or I should because I'm in the field. And if you're not in the field and just, feeling like, well, I can't take this seriously if I don't care about these certain metrics. There's, it's just different. And that's good.
Yeah. And the way people do things, like in terms of, even at high levels of performance, people will do things differently in terms of, what they care about.
Yeah.
And still are high performers, even and this is just talking about people that care about performance. The way they get there is very different. Like thinking of in the ultra world, I think about Courtney DeWalter, who doesn't really have a training plan at all. She obviously doesn't track any metrics or anything like that. And then you look at maybe the Norwegian like mid distance or distance runners, and it's like all they do is metrics, and they care about those numbers a lot. But yeah, even definitely outside of performance, people don't really care about those numbers. I don't really think, not really. It's kind of like if I were to, this is, the coach-athlete relationship. The coach's job is maybe to worry about those metrics. Maybe not even so, but I use the example of like, if I were to hire like a financial advisor and they're trying to tell me, trying to explain to me, this is a small cap market, this is a large cap market, this is the volatility index, this is like, and to a degree I find those things interesting, but at the end of the day I just say, how about you just tell me where to invest so I can make the most money, or like I can make my dollar stretch the furthest. How about you do that? So I don't think that you necessarily have to care about.
Yeah, the athlete doesn't need to.
No. It's just like the people that are with fitness is not like a major part of their lives. They just want to know they have certain objectives that they don't
something to measure.
Yeah, and they may at some points need to know like a little bit of a background of what's going on, but really the most part they're going to trust you and say, I want these outcomes, or I have these objectives, and it's just your job to like get me there. And I don't care how we do it, but that's, I don't need to know everything, just get me there.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I have here too.
Okay. Oh, that's good for today. We're like at 18 minutes.
Nice.
Short one today.
Cool. That's our brain for the day.
Slightly shorter.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We'll be back again next week for another conversation.
We will definitely, maybe, possibly, not 100% have a plan on what to talk about next week.
If you want to help us with a plan, ask questions.
Drop it in the thing below. The box down below that you can type stuff into.
Help us, help you.
Okay.
All right, thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.